All right, the next horse. There's not gonna be no frills here. Next horse, incredible. All I can say about this horse is when I identified it, I nearly fell over because it's just got an incredible pedigree. Really, if people look hard enough, it really has. Right, we're going to go through it the first time, and also considering the form of the yard. Aablan, the most promising horse I've identified this year by any shadow of a doubt. You'll see there, it's even nudged a couple ahead of where the last one was, 88, 90, 100, 103. Obviously, I would prefer this one to be rated 117. If it was, I'd be saying game over, because there'd only be one horse I'd want to win. Out of all these, I do have my own personal favourites, that I do want to win, believe it or not. But it's very difficult to pick between them. This one is definitely up there this year without any shadow of a doubt. Sired by Dubawi out of a dam called Promising Run, bred by Godolphin and trained by Charlie Appleby, a man who I think's had an absolutely atrocious season. Which made me very nervous when I saw this horse was running last Saturday in the Group 3 Solario Stakes, a race that I know they like to run a good horse in. Well, I think I know. I've watched them win the race with a Massar, and I've watched them win the race with a Silver Knot. Silver Knot's for strong, but then again, the form of the yard, you see, if that comes back at 4 next season, you wouldn't put it past being a Group 1 horse. But this one here, despite the yard, I think I read somewhere that when this horse won the Solario last week in September, it was the first pattern race winner that Charlie Appleby had in the UK since July. And that is incredible. I don't know whether that's true. I read it somewhere. And obviously, I don't check everything I read. I'm not like that. That's why fake news is so dangerous. People have to pick their sources well and trust what they tell you. If you pick your sources bad, you're in trouble. You can't spend your life going around checking what people tell you. Else you'll get nothing done. You've just got to make sure your sources are right and you can believe what they say is the truth. Anyway, we're talking about horses, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Side by Dubawi. I mean, again, Dubawi's not had the best season. This horse is line 2S. And a very fascinating line it is now. It really is. We're going to take a look at the first 5 dams of the horse like we normally do. And then for my next trick, I'm going to amaze you all after that. The first 2 dams are very good on the track. They've not really foaled much that I could find. Apart from the second dam's obviously foaled the first one. Promising Run is the dam of the horse. A dam I vaguely remember going round in Maydan. I don't remember much about it apart from that. A bit hazy it was in them days sometimes. A good record, decent enough record. Winner of 9 of 24 starts. Placed another 5 times, but she did win nearly £800,000 in a few places. But when I looked at her record, I don't remember her winning the Rockfell. I do not remember that race. At first, obviously, the Topkapi Trophy, you don't really get to view that race in this country. Musidora, she's probably, I do remember, Bob, I probably would have remembered watching the race that year, but I don't remember her running in it. And then you see she sort of did what our back to horse called Magic Lily to do, win the Cape Verde, win the Balancine out in Maydan. But I don't, honestly, if I'm honest, I don't entirely remember this horse going round. But there was a few years where I wasn't really into racing as much as I should have been, maybe. But it's a very nice horse, obviously. Decent enough record. The second dam was interesting. Brazilian, Group 1 winner. I mean, you don't get many of them siren in the UK. Winner of 4 out of 18 starts. Don't know how many times it comes second or third. The person who was out updating was $29,050 plus. Yeah, plus how many? At least they did tell us there that it won. There's the Grand Prix Zilia Peixoto de Castro. All the years of watching football coming good when you're trying to pronounce Brazilian horse racing. The GP Duque de Caxias in Group 2. And the Grand Prix Roger Gaydon, I'm going to say there, Group 3. So it did win a Group 1, a Group 2 and a Group 3 in Brazil. The second dam, Aviation. The third and the fourth dam, I think personally, it goes a bit quiet then, which could, if people give up early and people give up, if they've seen those two dams and are not fascinated to know what the next 5 or 6 dams did after that, and they give up, say, after 2, then they might miss this horse. It's quite easily done. Because Arbulus didn't really do a lot. Look, winner of none out of 3 starts, nothing in France. And you'll see there, didn't really say a lot. Raced in France, sent to Brazil. The fourth dam, Buck the Tide. Didn't really do much either. Look. Placed twice out of 3 starts. $5,000 in America. Didn't really seem to do much. The fifth dam, believe it or not, is a half-sister to Secretariat. Yeah, I'm not lying to you. A Bold Ruler, Something Royal, an Aablan, Swansea. Is also out of Something Royal, but out of the sire called Turn 2. So what we've got here, I'm going to try and sum this up as best I can now with Aablan, is we've got a horse where the dam of it, the fifth dam of it, is a half-sister to Secretariat. The first dam is a dual Group 2 winner. The third dam is a Brazilian group. The second dam is a Brazilian Group 1 winner. And the fifth dam is a half-sister to Secretariat. I mean, if that's not enough to get people excited about horses, they might as well just stop watching this video and never watch another one of my videos again. Because, to be honest, I don't think it gets any better than this, does it? I don't know. I'm always trying to find one related to Nureyev that I've never had any luck yet with. That's running today, and Nijinsky as well, maybe. But Secretariat was always on the list. This is arguably the first one I found on the dam line. I found a lot of them Franz Lucas that they produced some decent stallions by Secretariat, but never on the dam side. This horse is actually related to the great horse itself, which I think is very good. 16 of 21 starts. What a horse. I mean, people only need to know how good the horse was. Winner of the Sanford, the Hopeful, their pattern races now. They are. The trouble with American racing is they didn't really bring in a proper pattern until about this time. There's a lot of stakes. And there was a few Group 1s and the classics. And that was about it. Wasn't as many. But that 3, look, they did the Triple Crown, as people know. He also won the Man of War Stakes. He also won the Canadian International. That race was on turf. The Gotham Stakes. He won some races without any shadow of a doubt, the horse. And there he is, look. And there's the rest of them. And that is actually in the same race, believe it or not. Also, the horses that I found on 2S that are people. Secretariat wasn't a one-off at the time, you know. There was others. Not for a few years. I found nothing in the 80s and the 90s and the noughties, really. Sir Gaylord, 1959. But he's actually a full brother to Secretariat. There's no, he's actually a full brother to our horse, is he? He is. Oh, excellent. So Gaylord Sir Gaylord then is a half brother to Secretariat and a full brother to our horse, Swansea. Superb. I never spotted that at the time. 10 out of 18 starts, $238,000. Again, look, no hint at all of any pattern races, but people know these days that Hopeful Stakes is a Group 1, Futurity Stakes is a Group 1. It's a fair 2-year-old, doesn't he? Champagne Stakes is obviously maybe a Group 1 or Group 2, depending on where it's ran in America. Regarding these races, I don't know. He was a stallion as well, and he did win 10 out of 18 races and was placed 4 times. That's a full brother to the 5th dam of Aablan, Swansea. Another one I found, I do remember going round vaguely, Chitanago. It was raced all over the world, French-based, sorry. Winner of a few races, 4 out of 14, $2.6 million. Grand Prix de Paris winner, second in the French Derby, and Prix Lupin It also won a race that doesn't exist anymore, Grade 1. And I remember I remember it going round. I used to watch quite a lot of racing in the early and around that time, around the 2000s, and it was always running in all the good races. I bet if people should look at the form of the horse, it never ran in many bad races. Very good horse. The next horse I found was in Japan. Nishino Flower, winner of 8 of his 16 starts and nearly 470 million yen. Won the Japanese 1,000 guineas. Best 2-year-old filly 1991, best 3-year-old filly, best sprinter or miler of 1992. Something Royal was the 4th dam of that horse as well. We found some nice horses. What was the last one we found? Do I need to open that tab up again and see where that fits in? Yes. Let's do that. Chichatanago, I think Something Royal was quite a way back in this one. It was one that was even further back than Something Royal, actually. It was, where were we? 5th dam. Oh, Swansea is actually the 6th dam of Chichatanago and the 5th dam of our horse. That's okay. So, yeah, very nice horse again there, that one. I just couldn't remember where it fitted in. Nishino Flower, obviously, Something Royal is the 4th dam of that. And there was a couple. I had to go further back to a dam that was foaled in 1924 called Sanka Sept. 5 and 7. Something to do with numbers there in French, isn't it? That 1924 foaled mare, and that led me towards like alleged. Secretariat and alleged are actually quite closely related, believe it or not. I certainly didn't know that at the time. You see, the Sanka Sept is the 6th dam of alleged. There she is. And Secretariat, she is the 5th dam. And the other one, and that won some races. It won the Arc, alleged did mainly. That was the one. It was famed for winning 9 out of 10 starts at the time. Very difficult to beat. It won 2 Arcs, happy days. It also won the Gallignol, the Voltager. Very good horse. How many horses win 2 Arcs? And that one did, certainly. And the next one was that. So that people who followed Secretariat really should have been all over that at the time. And the next one I found was another classic winner, Elocutionist, winner of 9 out of 12 starts, and it was also placed in the other 3 it didn't win. $343,000. See there that Sanka Sept is the 5th dam of that one. Same as Secretariat on the Preakness of 1976. There's some very interesting horses on this line, 2S. Where was our little section? Where were we? Up here, look. Nishino Flower. That one I didn't bother. Swedish Guineas winner. Goes to show though that at its level, if people to look, you see, they couldn't really find anything. We've got our first 2 dams are strong now, aren't they? Don't remember, we've got a dual Group 2 winning dam. We've got a Group 1 second dam. And then we're at horses like that. 1998 is quite closely related to the 5th dam of our horse, isn't it? And then we're there. Absolutely superb. Scattered is one I never opened, but maybe I should have. On the Country Club American Oaks of 1948, because she seems to go straight down there somewhere. You can't spot them all at the time. When you look at these all day, it's quite easy for ones to skip through the net. There's Sanka Sept. Oh, herself was an Irish Oaks winner. That's a bonus, isn't it? Fantastic. So Secretariat 8. Are we on a defining generational horse here? We've had nothing really. I mean, how impressive would it be if this horse was to go all the way to the very top and replace Secretariat as some sort of super horse? Not really had a super horse since Franco, have we? Long, 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 long way to go yet, though. 2 out of 2. Got to win. Got to win another 13 races, yeah. Let's see what he's entered in the old boy before we watch him win. 16th of September, the Champagne Stakes. I'd be amazed if he runs in that. The Royal Lodge, maybe. 30th of September. If they go in traditional, they'll look for a Group 3, I think, first. The 14th of October, they've got the Dewhurst, 16-1. If I can get a relative of Secretariat to win the Juddmonte, the Dewhurst at 16-1, then I will pat myself on the back, I will admit. Something I do quite often, to be honest, when it comes to these sort of things. But this horse, to me, is absolutely fascinating. You know, the video, I'm aware of the time of the video, but when you're talking about horses related to Secretariat, they need to be talked about. I don't really want to spam you all, I'd rather make you watch one 45-minute video than make you come back the next day and take more time. You can press stop whenever you want to see, can't you? But for now, we're gonna watch Aablan win, and then I'm gonna end the video then and wish you all good luck. Take care, everybody, and let's watch the race.
By Kingman. Kingman's at Starlaw amongst the market contenders. Here's Anthony with a call.
Before we watch the race, Starlaw. I said he would pop up in both horses, didn't I? And Starlaw is actually in this race. I think he finished third. It's all eyes on the winner.
All in. Devil's Point a bit restless, but was set, and they've jumped away. The 6 colts are racing for the Virgin Bet Solario Stakes over 7 furlongs. Inish Fallon, the most experienced, is up there early on. The green with the blue sleeves under Sean Levy to lead up. Mortlake is on the inside, white and green. To the outside, the star jacket of Cerulean Bay under Jason Watson. Just in behind is Aablan, who's a little bit keen, the market leader of the royal blue colours. James Doyle at pains to try and get him to settle down in about 4th place. On the inside, the white face of Devil's Point is next to white and blue. And the back marker is Starlaw, whose sire won this race 10 years ago. Kingman, Ryan Moore has him at the back of the field, the pink cap, as they head around the home turn. So heading to halfway in the Solario Stakes, and the leader is Inish Fallon and Sean Levy by a length for Cerulean Bay in second under Jason Watson. Aablan is 1 out, 1 back on the outside of Mortlake and Ross O'Ryan, who's in the white and green. Just getting nudged along there, Mortlake, around the turn as they head for the final 3 furlongs. Aablan's up on the outside, has got clear sailing. He's been tracked by Starlaw, and just shaken up is Devil's Point, the Foss last winner, as they come down with just over 2 to go. Still there, Inish Fallon on the far side, the centre, Cerulean Bay. Aablan, every chance, is 3 wide. Mortlake is looking for a passage through. Starlaw is yet to pick up, and then Devil's Point as they come down for the final furlong. It's still Inish Fallon in front. Here comes Starlaw now, quickening up on the outside for Ryan Moore to throw out the challenge. Aablan in between them. Mortlake has not picked up, but inside the furlong they go. Inish Fallon far side, near side Starlaw. Aablan between them is finishing best for James Doyle, and Aablan is getting up for Godolphin. Aablan got up to win the Solario Stakes and tip out Inish Fallon, who ran a great race in second, and they're ahead of the others with Starlaw not far away.
Aablan remains unbeaten.
Starlaw's ran all right,
and has worked his way back into the lead to dip his head in front on the line. Has beaten Inish Fallon, who's run a mighty race in
it was 4th there, didn't it? I swear I read somewhere it was 3rd.
Front under Sean Levy for Brian Meehan. Perhaps just Devil's Point.
But you have to say that was really an interesting race to watch on so many levels, knowing what we've got, what we could have. That race in a few years' time could be a very small part in the career of this horse, hopefully. But he knuckled down well and won well. The crucial starts there, the next 2 or 3, aren't they? And can this horse can this horse prove it's a group horse now? It's won a Group 3, so it was a Group 3 this race, wasn't it? Not a Group listed race. And what can it do? What can it do? One thing's for certain, it's going to be fascinating to see how this horse cannot get on this site.